Welcome back to Jay's Jeep and Classic Car channel, the channel that provides video resources to help maintain and rebuild your everyday driver, your classic car, or your Jeep. Today we're working on 08 Honda CRV, and what's going on is the air conditioning is just blowing hot air. What that typically is a sign of, if your clutch, basically the clutch isn't engaging on the condenser, and so usually that's the relay that has gone bad. So we're going to replace that and see if that doesn't clear up the problem. So join me on the venture and let's see if we can get this thing going. If you look exactly where my flashlight is, that bottom pulley should be spinning, and it's not. And so that's a good sign that the clutch isn't engaging and like it needs to. So that's the sign that the relay is bad. Alright, first thing we're going to do is take the battery cables off. Just don't want to cause any issues. So that's a 10 millimeter. Side off. There we go. Get these out of the way. Alright, so here's our relay panel. Some companies call them a TIPM. I'm not sure. This is the one we're looking for. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your one that controls your AC clutch. So we've got the battery off, and so we're just going to go ahead and pull this one out. Like so. There we go. And if you look at it, it looks all right, but you know, something internal may have gone wrong with it. So we're going to get the other one prepped up and put it in and see what we got. All right, here's our new one. I got this at the big box store, auto parts store, and you just want to be careful not to touch leads with your fingers, and you don't want to put oil on them. But before we put it in, we're going to put some dielectric grease on there just to keep them from corroding real bad. Alright, so we got our grease here, and we're just going to use a little toothpick to kind of put a light coating on each one of these terminals. The main thing is you don't want to have so much on there that it arcs across, but you do need a little bit of protection just to keep these things from corroding, and making sure that you have a good electrical connection, that you maintain that. Alright, so we got it nice and even. Now we're going to plug it in. To plug it in, there's only one way this goes, and so it goes in like so. Just like that, just plugs right in, and that's it. So let's test it out and see what we got. Alright, we're going to start it up here, see what we get. That AC is cold. It's a good sign. Let's go check the condenser. Okay, if you look down in there, it's spinning. That's that third one down towards the bottom there, and it's spinning real good, so that's a good sign. Before we hook up the Freon, we're going to do a couple more on-off tests. I've found that often will show if that relay is working or not. So we're just going to start it up and see if that's still blowing cold air. Oh yeah, that's nice and cold. Oh yeah, let's try it one more time. And it's still working nice and cold. So we're just going to hook up the Freon since we're servicing the AC and see what it does. On this particular Honda, this is the low pressure port. That's the one you want. So we're just going to unscrew that. Keep that cap to the side. Then we're going to hook up our gauge here. Alright. And if you look, it's reading green. We're just going to give it a couple of squeezes. Now, when I didn't show this on video, but when that condenser wasn't working, it was all the way to the red. So it's looking good right now. So we're just going to pop this off and put the cap back on. Put that cap back on. And that's it. So that's blowing nice and cold air now. So hopefully that works well. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully this helps you with your project, and y'all take care. It's time for supper.